Why suffer through this when you can get in like this? Today we're going to be installing the new Eufy Familock S3 Max, and this thing is a beast. This is a grade 1 smart lock for residential properties. And not only is it a smart lock, but there's an LCD screen on the inside of the home. It's a doorbell and it has a video camera. And it's got one cool technology we've never seen before. It'll actually do a vein scan of your hand. It's the first time we've ever installed this product. We're going to get it on this door, let you know what we think. I'm Robert with ACME Locksmith, and you're watching Locksmith Recommended. You want this to be up and down when your bolt is in. That way when you press the button, it'll fully extract all the way, locking your door, and you can press the button to unlock the door.
Welcome to Eufy Smart Lock. Please download the Eufy app to complete setup.
Now that we've got it installed, the installation is very similar to other smart locks. Eufy puts out a nice guide and intuitive video to help you with that installation. Now it's ready to get set up in the app. But before I do that, let's talk about some of the features of this lock. It is a grade 1 lock, and this lock is heavy. When I first took this out of the box, I was really impressed by the sheer weight of this lock. Everything on it seems to be built with good materials. Grade 1 is something we've used a lot on commercial properties. You've seen how the hand vein recognition works. It's a 0.1 second response time, which is faster than a biometric scan. Vein recognition is actually more consistent than biometric recognition because it won't be affected by dirt or grease on your hand. This is a more reliable recognition for kids and older adults that may have skin damage. You also get a higher first-time pass rate, up from 85% to over 99%. This is the first lock we've seen with vein recognition, and vein recognition may be the trend of the future for smart locks. You can get in with PIN code, has a doorbell built in, and a 2K camera. You have a 150-degree angle. I'm 6'3". I'm about 2-3 feet from the lock, and it's capturing me completely from head to toe. You're going to capture everything to the side of the camera as well. It's a 5 megapixel 2K camera with HDR capability. And look at the distortion. There's practically none because it's using proprietary technology to eliminate that distortion. It not only captures video, but it captures audio. What you're hearing right now is directly what's been captured by the lock. It really is a great camera. You have 2 built-in sensors, and what these sensors do is they reduce the false alarms by like 95% with a dual motion detection. So you're not going to get a lot of false triggering. These sensors work in conjunction with each other to eliminate those false alarms. You probably saw when I connected this on the interior of the door, there's 2 batteries with this lock. They call it Power Duo technology. The main battery is a large internal battery to support all these electronics. And there's a lot of electronics in this lock. And that main battery will last you about 6 months. Your backup battery source are 4 AAA batteries. So after the main battery needs to be recharged, you just pop that off the back, throw it on the charger. Your 4 AAAs will keep the lock running. When we connect this to the Wi-Fi, it has something called Wi-Fi 6. A lot of your new routers will toggle automatically between 2.4 and 5 gigahertz in order to get you the best connection. Most smart locks to date can't handle that. This one has that technology built in, so no matter what Wi-Fi you're using, this should connect seamlessly. And it has a built-in 4-inch LCD screen on the inside that'll let you view anybody on the outside at any time. This has a key override, and it's actually behind the doorbell button. So you pull that out and you rotate it, and that's where you'll find the key override for the lock. And this just goes back, snaps back in. Smash the like button, hit the bell icon so you get notified every time new videos are released. I'm pretty excited to test out the features of this lock. I'm going to download the app. We're going to go through the setup and the options and show you how those features work. Here I am in the Eufy app. We're going to go in and add the device to the unit, and we can scan the barcode that's located several places.
Ready to set up. Calibration complete.
We're here in front of the lock, and we're going to roll palm print. Hold it 4 inches away. And the main setup is complete. Let's go in and talk about some of the features of the app now that we have everything set up. What you're looking at here is the main screen of the S3 Max lock. The most important button that you have on the bottom of the screen is the event button. That will tell you everything that has happened to that lock, who's accessed, how they accessed, when the door was open, and when the door was closed. You can scroll through the dates or select a specific date to view something that happened at a specific time on a specific date. Going back to the home screen, let's go ahead and select the lock now itself by just tapping on the picture, and here is the live image of the lock. The door is currently locked. If you press and hold that for just a second, you can unlock the door. And you press and hold it again, and you're going to re-lock the door. Some of the other things that you can do from this menu is you can hit record. That's going to start recording a live image. You can take a screenshot. If you want to talk to somebody who's at the front door, you hit the phone button, and that allows you to have a conversation with them. And you can actually create specific replies. So you can go in and create a reply, and the lock will actually do the talking for you. So for example, one of them is, "Excuse me, can I help you?" And we'll see where that's being used in just a minute. Now let's go into the settings of the lock. We're just going to highlight some of the important ones here. At the top of the settings screen, you see here where it says works with Matter. This product is fully integrated with Apple Home, Google Home, and Alexa. And it also works within the Eufy security ecosystem. So if you have cameras or lights or anything like that that are also being controlled by the Eufy app, all of this is going to work seamlessly together. Let's go into the motion detection settings. You can select whether or not you want to just detect humans, or if you want all motions, depth, or the distance that that motion is being detected. The loitering detection is if somebody's just standing there, and then how long they have been standing there before the actual recording starts. And the reaction is what type of notification you want to get. And you can also have an auto voice response. So you can see here that the auto voice response is that, "Excuse me, can I help you?" So if it detects somebody standing in front of the door or in front of that camera, in this case for 60 seconds, the lock will automatically say to them, "Excuse me, can I help you?" If you really want to get specific, you can select activity zone, and an activity zone will allow you to specify what area you want to watch specifically. So if somebody crosses into that area, that is where your notifications are going to come from, and they won't come from outside of that area. And that seems to work pretty well. So let's go back now and look at managing access. Managing access is where you specify who has access to the lock and when. I'm going to add a fictitious person here. Now you have 3 types of access. You have always access, they can get in the lock at any time. You have a scheduled access that only lets them into the lock during certain days and certain time periods. And you have a one-time access, which allows them to use the code only once. For this fictitious person, we're going to select always. And then here is where you're set up your passcode. Between 4 and 8 digits. It won't let you put in anything too obvious because it doesn't want somebody to come up to your lock and try 111111 and get into your house. If I try to enter 11111 and I hit next, it'll tell me that that's not a complex enough code. Well, you might be able to add 11334466, and it'll take that code. And if your person is present, you can do the vein scan of their palm at this point. I'm going to skip that. It gives you a recap. You select done, and you can see that they have been added there below. Now, if that relationship ever goes south and you want to pull them out of your lock very, very quickly, you can simply select them, choose delete access, and boom, they're gone. So it's that quick. If you want to remove access from someone, it's just that fast. Quick responses is where you can set up the quick response that we talked about before. Now you have an auto lock feature, which will auto lock the door after a certain amount of time. They do have one nice capability here, and that is you can actually schedule the time period where the auto lock will be active. I don't like to have it on all the time, especially during the day if I'm bringing groceries in and out of the house. But at night, if I forget to lock that door, I might want it to auto lock. So I can schedule it to only auto lock at night, but during the day when I might be coming in and out, it's not going to auto lock the door. So that is a nice feature that they have added to this that I haven't seen in other locks. RON Tribe protection will lock the lock down so people won't be able to access it for a certain number of minutes. And this is executed based on your settings. Video settings, this is for your video quality and your recording quality. The video quality is when you're live streaming. What quality do you want to see that in? And your recording quality is the actual recording that is captured by the lock. Let me show you a screen capture from at night. The porch light was on, but it's a very, very clean image even at night. Scramble passcode is something that I really like. What this will allow you to do is, if you have a 4-digit code, for example, you can put digits before that code and digits after that code into the lock, and the lock will still open so long as your code is buried in that string somewhere. And it'll allow you to do this up to 16 digits. This is ideal if you have somebody looking over your shoulder and you don't want them to know what your code is. It makes it very, very difficult for someone to memorize. And we often get asked this question, so I want to make sure to hit it here. You can share the Familock S3 Max with any other members of your family, and you can control the level of access that they have. You can make them an administration so that they can control the functionality, or they can just be a viewer so that they can see a live feed of the video and video images that have been captured. And that's a quick highlight of the main features in the app and how you use the app. Okay, that's it on the Eufy Familock S3 Max. It's an incredibly beautiful smart lock, easy to install, easy to set up in the app. The vein scan, super cool feature. No other lock in the market has that. I'm very impressed with this lock. This is definitely a Locksmith recommended product. I'm Robert with ACME Locksmith. You've been watching Locksmith Recommended.